Hello, gentle viewers. This is Abgarian welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 25 with the Boston Braves. It is time to begin our second season managing the Braves. I wanted to see if the decision history here is retroactive. It is. Nice. It doesn't show any of my past trades, but it does show my past. Oh, it does show my past trades. Interesting. Yeah, it turns out Paul Wainer was a pretty good acquisition, but so was Hani Manouche. So, good stuff. I really enjoyed this, by the way. It was really fun. I'm glad they added it into the game. Hani Manouche also, one of my greatest, actually, also my greatest losses, which was kind of yikes. Is what it is. Anyways, let us go ahead now and begin preparing for new season. Our last season didn't go so hot. We finished at 69 and 85, which isn't that shocking. And that should give us a pretty nice position in the next draft. We're picking top five. If we take a look at the draft pool, it kind of sucks. It kind of really sucks. Wait, what? How's the entire draft only 31 players? How is that possible? What? I don't know, man. We'll worry about that when we come to it. That is so freaking weird. Anyways. Let us begin by fleshing out our coaching staff. We need a bench coach and a hitting coach. And I'm willing to pay through the nose for a really good hitting coach. So let's go ahead and make that happen. I would like the finest coacher of hitting that mankind has ever seen. So we've really got two choices here. And Warren Gill and Bill Hallman. Warren Gill is cheaper. Bill Hallman is better at improving mechanics. You would get along pretty well. Wait, did I just look at the same guy twice? I think I did. Oh yeah, Warren Gill's by far the better fit. Like, look at how many of our best players really like him. Yeah, we're doing it. Yeah. Yeah. Done. A bench coach. I think Otto Kruger is an amazing choice. And he's got pretty good relationships, too. Maybe not as good, but good enough. I think we can bring him along. Done. And we need an assistant GM. This matters less. Assist someone with a really good reputation. And bring them along. Yeah, we can go with this. There we go. Coaching staff sorted. Got a lot of money. A lot of money. We should probably do something about that. Are there any good free agents? Probably not. Oh, there is Clarence White. Making Clarence White into an Uber reliever is pretty tempting, but he's also quite expensive. He's also quite expensive. I don't know that I want to spend that money on that. Maybe I would, but let's see what happens. Let's go up to a whole dollar in revenue. I think we can manage that. One whole American dollar. Sure. Actually, a pitcher like him would make a pretty. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna acquire him. I have the money. Might as well bully people for it. Like, it's not like there's a downside to paying it to him. Guaranteed contract, I think, is worth it. Let's do it. It's basically monopoly money anyway, so I am more than happy to consider it. More than happy. Oh, Otto, I will pay you all of the money. I will pay you $4,000. We got our hitting coach, which is really important. I want to make sure. Oh shit, we're not spending player development very well. We need to do this now while we still can. Okay. Mr. Vito. I would like you to improve your control. Van Mungo, I really need you to improve your control. If either one of you are going to end up being a good player, that's got to happen. Both has really high potential. Hmm. Oh, we're looking at the reserve roster, not the active roster. That's probably a mistake. Okay, Jim Willis. I'd like for him to work on whatever would be easiest for him to work on. Yeah, work on your secondary pitches. I love it. Done. Um, Dizzy Dean, control. Satchel Page. What does improve your pitch arsenal do? Oh, the works on all speed pitches. That's secondary pitch. Work on velocity for Satchel Page. And I do want to improve at least one offensive guy. Um, do I want to work on plate discipline or gap power? Let's improve your gap power. That seems good. Done. Got a lot of pitchers working hard. Really? I bet you're getting offers as like a freaking manager, and that's the issue. Which means it's gonna be awfully hard for me to sucker you in, but we're gonna try it out. Boom, there we go. Ray Pepper, you silly shithead. You got a gold glove for the incomparable Vince Barton and Charlie High. That's awesome. We used to zip through the entire award season, and we didn't really get anything else. Oh, we got a Silver Slugger for whom? Oh, Ben Chapman playing third base. Right. I'm okay with that. Let's do some Hall of Fame voting, shall we? I'm going starting from the bottom, going up to the top. Definitely Lefty Williams. I can vote for Zach Wheat. Earl Smith, no. Grunting Jim, absolutely not. We could vote for old pal Wally Shang. I'm okay with that. Dutch Leonard, sure. Honey Grow, yes. Harry Hooper, yes. I guess Ty Cobb is pretty good. I'm gonna go for Home Run Baker and Babe Adams. Done. There we go. We got Clarence White. The fans are super jazzed. I'm super jazzed. Awesome. I don't think Clarence White is a true starting pitcher because his stamina is so crappy. We could turn him into like a mega reliever, which we definitely could use. 100% that is something that we could use. Let's go ahead and advance time. Let us call the minor leagues. Hey, shitheads. I'd like all of you kindly to fuck off. Done. This is a terrible year to be drafting. Bob Cox, you dumb fucker. You're also stupid. Oh, there you go. Now some rookies are being added in. Okay, maybe that'll make it a bit more palatable. Or maybe it's just that bad a draft class. We'll see. Oh, Archie Vaughn's in there. It should be a pretty good class now. Yeah, there's some good players being added in. Okay. So let's actually wish cast a little bit. Who would we most love to fall to us? Who would be our ideal situation? I would go nuts for fucking Archie Vaughn. It's not going to happen. Archie Vaughn is going to be taken first overall. Like, I don't think there's any question of that. Wally Moses is really, really good. But again, I think these two go top two. And I think Johnny Rizzo's got a really good chance of going third. So we're probably talking likes of Red Wolf and Cecil Travis being around by the time I get to pick. Or Jim Peterson, but I don't feel like investing that much in the bullpen. Or Harry Danning, I suppose. Cecil Travis would be a fine third baseman for us. Like Mr. Cecil Travis would be a fine player for us to have, especially if Ben Chapman is going to play in the outfield. Red Wolf also would not be terrible, but I think if I can't get Archie Vaughn, I think Cecil Travis is probably my number two guy, and then if they're both gone, we'll figure something out. Let's do it one at a time to create drama. There goes Archie Vaughn. That's yeah. Interesting. The Phillies reached down for Augie Galan. He's a really good player, but I think they're going to regret that. I don't think he's one of the top two players in this draft. I truly don't. There goes Wally Moses. And there goes Red Wolf. I still think Cecil Travis is the right decision. Um, he's a good third baseman. He's potentially got loads of contact ability and a decent batting eye and a decent amount of power. A right-handed power bat in our ballpark isn't the worst idea, but it's also not the best idea. Um, Harry Danning is a really solid catcher, And I'm certainly not rock solid at catcher right now, although Josh Gibson is certainly good. I think we take Cecil Travis because we need the position. I think that's what we do. Done. We'll meet his demand. Who next? We could give Paul Dean to collect the set. I will happily invest a second round draft pick in a quality reliever. That I have no compunction about. Let's make it happen. I will offer the slot to you, my friend. Yeah, and I just don't care about the rest of this draft. I don't think. Batting, no. Potential ratings. I could go for Dutch Brant. He's super young, but he might end up being pretty decent. Do you have any big stuff pitchers left? I'll take Marvin Carlson, Marvin, and Al Butzbarger. And Emil here. Sure. For free. Done. Okay. Let us zippity doo dah along the way. I need a third baseman. This is not lost on me. It is essential that we find a third baseman. Is there gonna be one in the Rule 5 draft? I wouldn't count on it. None of these guys really matter that much to me. When you got Lou fucking Gehrig, it's hard to get worked up over a first baseman, I find. Third baseman, maybe? Art Garbark is a terrible hitter. No, thank you. Eh. Ted Gulick isn't the worst, but I don't have a lot of faith in him. But we could give it a shot, right? Let's look at batting rating. Yeah, we can grab Ted here. I think he's fine. And I don't think there's anybody else that I really want, so we can end the draft. What's still kicking around in free agency? Anybody interesting? There is Johnny Dickshot, of course. And let's do a quick searchy search of the player list here. All hitters with an over with a potential of, let's say, 50. All leagues. What do we got? Do I have a good shortstop? I do not have a good shortstop. Lynn Larry would actually be quite nice. Let's make that happen. Let's offer you a contract. I think it could be a nice little addition to our little club here. And who do we have playing center right now? I mean, Lloyd Wayner would probably be better than anyone else they have playing center field right now. But he also has a very, very specific skill set of only hitting for average that I don't know will translate very well to the major leagues. Let's keep looking for right now, but there's definitely some potential there for certain. Getting in on the ground floor on Hal Trotsky is really, really good. Like, I will happily pay for that and let him develop in my system. Mm, yeah, none of you guys really do much for me. They're just a disgusting collection of talent. Oh, the Yays aren't far behind. Say, third baseman, huh? We can get ourselves some Stan Hack. Why not? Willie Wells is going to be a good shortstop someday. I don't think he's as good a fit though. Yeah, that's fine. What do you got for pitchers? Mm. I have a comically high number of Cal qualified pitchers, so maybe investing in a pitcher isn't terribly bright. But there is Willie. Nope, 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 nope. Eyes on the prize, Abby. Eyes on the prize. Ty Cobb made the Hall of Fame. Not a surprise. Poor Roger Peckinpah. He didn't have a snowball's chance in hell. And preseason begins. I didn't even realize those guys wanted draft picks, so well. Really, nothing of value was lost, though. And we got Lynn Larry. That is huge. Mr. Larry is a more than capable shortstop and highly worthy of being on this club. How the fuck did Cecil Travis get hurt? Oh, he got himself a virus. I see. I'd probably honestly start Stan Hack at third base before I would start Cecil Travis because I just think Cecil Travis needs a lot more seasoning before he's ready for the big time, or even the medium time. Oh, you increased my budget. That's amazing. That's incredible. I have no desire for your shitty reliever. Fuck off. All right, Roy Parmalee is getting better. That's good. Clarence White got better. Danny McFadden is getting better. Vince Spartan got a little bit better. Ben Johnson is Bob Johnson's about the same. He hasn't really changed much. All right, spring training time. Stan Hack, spring training. Van Mungo, spring training. Jim Peterson, spring training. I have too many pictures as is. I don't really feel the need to get super uptight with who I keep and who I don't. I'm not going to call up Hal Trotsky yet. I want him to develop a little bit before I consider calling him up, but he could be a really nice piece. Yeah, I think this is good enough. Pitchers. Set the staff however you want to. Lineups, do however you want to do it, is fine with me. We're just randomly going to play Ben Chapman at second base. I mean, I guess he's not terrible at it, but otherwise, just like kicking him around to all the different spots. But here we are. Let's go through some training. Get some water. Tamulis has improved his control, which is lovely. And literally nobody else got any better. That's kind of gross, actually. Lame. All right, let us now simulate to here. And Satch is getting his 5 days. That's whatever. We presently need to get down to 25 players. I already know I have way too many pitchers. Like this is not a mystery to me. We need to get rid of at least 5 pitchers. So Earl Brown, Herman Gordon, Van Mungo, Chad Kimsey. What does that leave me at? 11, and then Roy Shareed. All right, I have an embarrassment of riches at starting pitcher. I truly do. So we're gonna do something a little unorthodox, and I think it's gonna work out really well for us. Clarence White. No, I have to keep you as a starter. You're too good at it. You're much too good as a starter for me to consider not making you the starter. Like, I know you don't throw all that many innings, but I think the innings you are going to throw are going to be so valuable that we're fine. Yeah, we're going to keep Clarence White. I was actually going to make him into a super reliever, but I guess that's not happening now. Um, and then Dizzy Dean. And then Satch. Jim Willis. And last but certainly not least, Danny McFadden. Done. Reliever wise, Bill Swift is my best reliever. So I guess he can be the closer. And then everyone else is going to kind of hang out as a middle reliever because I don't really feel the need to invest too heavily in relief pitching at this point in Major League history. Another 20 years, absolutely, but for right now, I think we're fine. And Josh Gibson just disintegrated. Because his power is gone. I mean, we're still going to keep him, but that is disappointing to say the least. Um, I definitely want a sexual focus. It's actually fine. Yeah, keep working on his control. I think that's going to be essential in him being a great pitcher. Cecil Travis, I need you to focus on hitting for contact, and to a lesser extent, hitting your batting eye. So let's go ahead and reduce. power a bit and running a bit so we can pump up Babbitt and batting eye. There we go. The success or failure of this team is going to be based primarily on our pitching staff. Like that's just a fact of life. You know what though? No, I want Van Mungo in the major leagues this year. I'm gonna tell you why. Um, with a guy like Clarence White not having the best stamina, we need a long arm in the pen. I need somebody. I just need him to start getting meaningful reps at a major league level. Um, we can't just let him keep developing into the point where we hope he turns into something special. So I think letting him pitch in the majors this year makes a good bit of sense. Okay, I got to get rid of one position player. I'm going to trade Charlie High and see if anybody is willing to pay for his past performance over his actual current abilities, which are not that enticing. I could get Terrace McDuffie. Done. Like, he's actually not a bad player. He's just weirdly being cast as a pitcher and not as a hitter, but he's actually far more valuable. Because Terrace McDuffie offers us a ton of positional flexibility, which is really valuable. I don't need this many shortstops. So Pythias Russ, you're going here, and McDuffie's getting activated. Let's get our lineup set up, yo. Okay. Ben Chapman has to lead off. Like, the only place I can even consider hitting Ben Chapman is second. No, it's going to be Chapman leading off. Then it's going to be new second baseman Lynn Larry. Then it's going to be Lou Gehrig. Then George Watkins, or then Vince Barton. I think George Watkins. No, it's going to be Barton, I think. Or Damari. Like, right now, Frank Damari is my best center fielder. So I think having him bat fifth makes some sense. But not cleanup. It's got to be Barton. As much as I don't necessarily think Barton is the best fit, I think he's the best choice I've got right now. So we're gonna play Barton here, and then George Watkins is gonna bat and play right field here. I completely forgot about Stan Hack. Hack is gonna hit seventh, and then Josh Gibson's gonna hit eighth. Maybe we actually play Helmsley, a catcher. That feels gross, but the problem is that Josh Gibson's offensive ability just disintegrated. No, he's actually still a better catcher. Just. So there we go. I'm fine with this. Uh, copy and copy and paste and paste. I don't think our lineup has gotten much better, but I do think it's deeper. I think instead of only rolling two or three quality players, we're up to maybe four or five. And we have a very young lineup too that could make some pretty big strides. Frank Damari could actually be a legitimate superstar if things go well for him. So I'm plenty happy to see what he turns out to be. Our outfield is kind of sussy though. I wouldn't mind a better outfield if one were available. That might be Hal Trotsky. If Mr. Trotsky here can develop fairly quickly, he's gotta stop waiting for him. The moment that he's able to develop in an effective way. That is for sure. Don't forget to check out our subreddit. There's a link in the description. You can get information when new videos come out. You can talk about stuff. It'll be great. Man, fucking Arky Vaughn. Mm. I've always wanted Arky Vaughn in one of my playthroughs, and I've never gotten him. He was an absolute unit, though, in real life. Absolute unit. Oh, look, he actually fought in World War II, which is kind of neat. Let's advance time, shall we? I see he's gonna beat around the bush. If we're gonna be successful, it's gonna be our ridiculous pitching staff. Nobody has a deeper rotation than we do. Whoa, Jack Wilson all of a sudden is like, I'm just gonna throw like 8 times as hard. That's wild. I love it though. Stan Hackett's a little bit better. Nice. Good old Terrace McDuffie gets a little bit better. Oh, he can definitely be a two-way player. Maybe not. What else was I gonna do here? I definitely want to shortlist some players here so that I get all of the scoops. There we go. Scoop me hard. Ooh, nice. We got an achievement for winning 8 games in a row. Wild. And now 10 games in a row. Hot. Oh, John Wilson's throwing harder. I mean, there's more to baseball than just throwing harder, but your efforts are appreciated. Satchel Paige is getting better. Van Mungo's improving his control, which is amazing. Ben Chapman's getting better. Lynn Larry's getting better. Vince Barton's getting better. It's now been enough at bats. How do we look? Our offense is actually really good this year. Um, like really, really good. I'm gonna swap Watkins and Barton. I think that's one thing we can immediately do that's gonna make an impact because Barton is not off to a great start this year. How are we looking as a lineup though? Stan Hack is doing reasonably well. Frank Damari is doing fine. He could be doing better, but what we're getting out of him is acceptable. Our top 3 starters are all having amazing seasons. Jim Willis is really struggling. What's your issue, Jimbo? You're walking people. That's not good. Stop doing that, please. Yeah. We could definitely upgrade in the outfield. I think probably more than anything else, that's what we could really use some help in. A nice right-handed bat would go a long way right now. What do we have in the player search market? If I wanted 50 potential outfielder, what are we looking at here? Pretty much nobody. Okay. Oh wait a minute, it's asking you to play any of those positions. That's not what I want. Yeah, I was about to say, like, where the fuck is Babe Ruth? Babe Ruth doesn't play all those positions, so I'd like to acquire Frankie Pitlack, please. I'd like to have another catcher available to us. Tom Porker. He's not very good. Roy Johnson is pretty good. Let's get Roy Johnson. The question is, where does Roy Johnson play? And I think the answer is pretty obvious. Um, I think we trade Vince Barton and try to get a decent prospect for him. Any 50s? No, 50s are not available. Okay. Don Hefner is not bad at all. I like Bill Norman too. JoJo White is really good, and I think that's what we go with. Done. And then Roy Johnson gets his roster spot, and it's just a question of where we play him. No game. Let's play Roy Johnson in center and shift Frank Damari to left. A really nice lower order on base guy is a lovely addition to this team. And I think it's really going to help us out a bit as the season progresses. Every 3 games is fine. I don't really feel the need to fuck with things too much. Is Mr. Pitlack better than any catcher I currently have? He might be. I mean, he's better than Josh Gibson, which is sad, but true. I'm going to send Mr. Gibson here, and we're going to call up Pitlack. And we're going to let Pitlack be the new starting catcher. If we're going to want to at least contend for um, a pennant, I think we had to get a little bit better this season instead of focusing so heavily on the future. All right, up to July now. Hmm. Wow, bad of the month for Lou Gehrig. What a shock. What an utter shock. Jim Peterson added a forkball. Nice. Cecil Travis making great strides. You love to see it. Frank Damari getting better. Johnson got a sliver worse. Hal Trotsky getting better. I love it. I love everything about it. Turns out Lou Gehrig, pretty good baseball player. Who knew? Okay, Clarence White having an ERA of under 1 is just comical. It's truly comical because he strikes everybody out and walks nobody. He is the quintessential perfect pitcher. He is worth every cent we paid him and possibly more. Um, don't let his agent hear that. Yeah, Roy Johnson is fitting in nicely, as is Frankie Pitlack. I am pleasantly chuffed with how we're playing this season. Very pleasantly chuffed. And our rotation is just disgusting. Like when Jim Willis can be having a bad season and still be pretty special. That's pretty great. Work on them walks, Chief. Work on them walks. In fact, Jim Boy. No, you are working on your control. Okay. I guess the problem is our pitching coach isn't very good. That may be our next major upgrade. Is getting a better pitching coach. How much longer do I have to deal with this bullshit? Okay, he's gone. How is our current scouting director? We could do better as a scouting director too, I think. I think we're gonna upgrade as scouting director. Oh, who's actually teaching stuff? But I guess we don't want Otto Kruger teaching everything. But yeah, we're definitely gonna making some upgrades to our coaching staff in the off season. That's a certainty. Let's see who made the All Star team. But we have a lot of them. Man, George. I'm not that deep in the outfield that I can afford to lose you. Because Hal Trotsky is nowhere near ready for the major leagues, and I don't really have another outfielder that is ready. Let's check on this shit, I guess. Hitters. Jake Dunn is not an outfielder. He is a good shortstop, but he's not an outfielder. Tom Parker is an outfielder, but he sucks. Um, Ed Coleman is decent. We can grab Ed Coleman. Why not? $5,400. That's a pretty good deal, I would argue. That's a very fine deal. Figure out how to play right field and do it quickly. That is your job, Mr. Coleman. There you go. Who was the number one vote getter? It was Lou Gehrig. That's not surprising. Old pal Carl Hubble. And they got Louis T on. Nice. Ernie Lombardi, Tony Lazzari, and Paul Wayner. Very nice. Um, Clarence White, Leroy Matlock, Lou Gehrig, Lynn Larry, and that's it. I think it's just a matter of making sure everybody else got somebody because we could easily fill the entire rotation just by ourselves. We've been that good this year. But I'm very pleased with the players that did make it, including Lynn Larry, who's having an amazing season. Like, we made a lot of really good offseason decisions. He might be one of our best. How you like me now, game? Nobody yet, but we're getting there. Hmm. Okay. Let's go to the trade deadline. A personal message. Ooh la la. Yeah, all these guys are getting replaced. Without any. No, Rudolph sucks. Courtney sucks. Yeah, we're getting an all new coaching staff to really get people up to the top level. I like how Hal Trosky is not the number one prospect in the major leagues, but Cecil Trask isn't far behind him. He could be really good for us under the right circumstances. Okay, Georgie boy, how is Ed Coleman playing? Ed Coleman is struggling. He's still more useful than Bob Johnson, so I think we go ahead and no, we send Bob Johnson to the reserve roster. Maybe. Oh, Joe Boley ain't doing shit. Let's send him to the reserve roster. And then Watkins can have his job back. Because one day Ed Coleman might be better than George Watkins, or right now George Watkins is the superior player. So we're just gonna let him keep doing his thing. There we go. And then give me a new depth chart, please. And we're gonna copy that bad boy and paste it over here. Done. Sam West has 25 games, 25 hits in a row. Nice. No, Charles Servant doesn't interest me. Thank you though, but no, thank you. Okay, I really don't want Charles Spearman. I don't care how badly you jazz up the trade. I just don't want him. He is the suck. I don't need that in my life. A silver individual streak. Okay. Let's start the day. Who is on the trading block? Is there anybody that entices me? Bill Terry would be incredible. I have literally nowhere to play him though, because he can't play the outfield. But if he did play the outfield, I'd grab him in a heartbeat. Ball player Schilling would be a really nice fit for this ballpark. What would it cost me? It's mostly if I can't give up yet, but I like where your head is at, game. He's got so much power, and he's fast, and he's a right fielder. What if we began the deal with George Watkins? You want Watkins and I want to keep JoJo White, but you can have Jack Wilson. Done. And then Mr. Schilling here just instantly fills in as our right fielder and cleanup guy. And that right field swing should really help us out here in Braves Field. Yeah, that was an easy decision, and I think we made the right one there. The other thing I could see us maybe upgrading would be our bullpen. Our bullpen's actually performing relatively well, but I certainly wouldn't object to getting a quality relief pitcher if one were being offered. Unless war were declared. What happened? War were declared. Here you go. Anybody offering a top tier relief pitcher? I'm not seeing one. I don't need yet another starter, guys. I have a plethora of starters. What about that guy we drafted? Whatever happened to him? Oh, we're in fact using him. Okay, cool. Look at pitchers. I very simply want relief pitchers. Oh, interesting. Okay. What about closers? Hmm. So we'll get all the pitchers, maybe? like getting Lefty Gomez would be comical. Um, like at a certain point, it's almost cheating to just keep pulling from the minor leagues. I don't really think Tom Jackson make a hell of a relief pitcher. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get Tom Jackson and turn him into a reliever. No, 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 my friend. I'm making him into a reliever. And then we're gonna get rid of Joe Shout, I think. And then you're gonna be a middle reliever that we use more often. I think that does it for me. I don't think I need anything else today. Actually, got one more trade proposal. Oh well. I think we got a lot better at the trade deadline, which is really, really good. That's fantastic. But really, like again, if we're gonna succeed or fail this season, it's gonna be on the backs of our starting pitching. Um, Clarence White's ERA just went over 1. Unacceptable. Shoot him out of a cannon into the sun. I'm kidding. Um, I'm really happy with this lineup and this team all of a sudden. Ooh, we got a milestone from a player. Nice. Let me guess. Hits from Gehrig? Oh, damn. Clarence White threw a perfect game. That might be what triggered it. Nice. I love it. I love it quite a bit, actually. I'm not gonna mess with roster extension unless somebody gets hurt. So we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Boom. We won the fucking pennant. It took us 2 years. 2 years. We're such a good team. We're such an incredible team. I love it. Um, I am gonna shift to a three-man rotation. No, I'm gonna go with four. I want to keep Jim Willis, but I think making Danny McFadden into a reliever is more useful here for the postseason. Um, it is Boston v. Boston, a World Series that never happened in real life because the Boston Braves were not a very good team. True story. I mean, Clarence White just utterly dominated in game one. How dominant was he? That's pretty dominant. That's pretty good. Ooh, a close one. Satchel Paige was just a little bit better. It was just a little bit worse. Just a hair. It's not a phenomenal game though. Wow, this has been a super tight series. This is a really exciting. If I were a fan in Boston, I would be going to every single game and enjoying the hell out of it. Ooh, we're almost there, guys. This was a bullpen game too. Um, like 10 fucking innings out of Jim Willis is pretty nuts. I'm just gonna put it out there. That is fucking nuts. Frank Damari having himself a day. We could bring it home if Clarence White can get it done. I don't even know why I asked the question. He's Clarence fucking White. Of course he did. We did it, guys. We did it. Clarence White was fucking ridiculous this entire season. Like, holy shit. Damn. Oh yeah, I'm racking up the achievements, yo. So many achievements. I had no idea it would turn things around that quickly. But then again, having Lou Gehrig as a fucking um what you call it as a centerpiece is pretty convincing. Oh, it's funny. Like I'll take guys named with L that are about to get the MVP. What is Lynn Larry? Because he was amazing this season. Hal Sullivan's gonna retire. I don't even know who that is. Some new coaches coming in the off season. Damn, what an incredible season! Let's bask in the glory of our overall team. Lynn Larry casually comes into the league, leads the league in WAR, and is also pretty damn good shortstop, albeit very error prone. Um, Seems like a good choice. Of course, Lou Gehrig is amazing again, leading the league in OPS. Um, I don't know what more you could want from a player other than maybe playing in a park where his home run swing isn't suppressed. That's what's scary, right? Like this is not real life Luke Gehrig who hit home runs like they were going out of style. This is just gonna be extremely good Luke Gehrig who still makes the Hall of Fame anyway because of the park he's been trapped in. Like he will never hit 30 home runs a year. I don't think in Boston. I just don't think it's possible. But he's still an amazing fucking player, and I'm glad we have him. Ben Chapman. He just changes positions whenever we ask him to, and is amazing wherever we put him. Um, he's really fucking good, and I'm glad that we have him too. 34 stolen bases, nice. Mr. Schilling here. I think we've got a beautiful right fielder here, at least for the time being. Upgraded a catcher, center field, well left field. We got a pretty good young third baseman in Stan Hack. Roy Johnson had a pretty good season. I mean, really, our entire lineup played at or above their peaks, which means next season might be rough. But I'm happy with what we've got right now. That's for certain. But let's not sugarcoat it. Look at this ridiculous fucking pitching shit. Clarence White, 7.7 WAR. Dizzy Dean, 6. Satchel Paige, 5. Jim Willis, 3. This rotation is terrifying. Even for a top guy like Clarence White who can't pitch as many innings as we might like, he's still an amazing pitcher. He's incredible. And I am properly pleased with our team. I am properly pleased with this lineup and rotation. Van Mungo definitely improved this season. And I think he's got a real chance to crack the rotation over like Danny McFadden, maybe. We'll see though. But yeah, we were really good this season. Like, who the hell beat Clarence White in War? I need to see this individual. National League, please. Who the fuck beat him in War? What's it, Lefty Grove's bitch ass? It was Lefty Grove. And Nelson Dean, whoever the hell that is. Let I'll be honest with you. I don't see how Clarence White can't win the Cy Young. I don't see how you're going to take Lefty Grove over Clarence White's microscopic ERA. Literally, the difference between them is the fact that Lefty Grove pitched about 70 more innings. So yeah, we are all over these leaderboards, though. I will never figure out why the game keeps fucking over Red Lucas. That a pitcher of his skill level continually just taken out of the rotation all the fucking time. That's so wild to me. Like, I was first in ERA by a lot. That's got to count for quite a bit. Dizzy Dean leads the league in strikeouts. Lovely. What about our hitters? Do we have any superfluous players in the hitters? I mean, obviously, only two people at 20 plus home runs this year, so having one of them is pretty good. Lou Gehrig turns out real good player. Bill Terry led the league in hits. Ben Chapman led the league in runs. Lou Gehrig came second in doubles. First in total bases. What an amazing season we had. What a truly incredible season. And in just 2 seasons, wow. And here's what's terrifying. Here's what's absolutely terrifying if I'm in the National League right now. I have two players that are 30 or older. Two. One of whom is not a, one of whom is a reserve. That is nucking thoughts. Or fucking nuts if you prefer, either way. And look how young our best players are. Chapman, 22. Damari, 21. Lynn Larry, 25. The old man of the group at 25. Oh, it's so good. Our pitching staff is even younger. We have nobody over 26. That's nuts. Oh, we're so good. I do want to update my default view here to include. Where is it? I definitely want all of these added in. And then I think it's under miscellaneous, so which is do transaction date, time, and then I want to know here you're drafted, and yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Oh, you know what? I do want personality, player role. That's it. I'm gonna save this as a local view, but also as a global view. Oh, lame. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, we're a really good team. Um, how you like me now? Decision history. I think it's interesting that none of my Braves players have hit this list yet, but they're all shockingly close to doing it. Trading Harry Hooper was a mistake. I will own that. Harry Hooper had a lot of good years ahead of him when I traded him. Um, mm, we probably could have hung on to him, but we needed. But I think Dick Whitworth was more useful to us at the time, or maybe not. Maybe that was just a giant fuck up. Maybe that's just an inexcusable fuck up. Mm. C'est la vie. Best trades by war. Nice. I like that one World Series trophy. Like just casual, like by the way, he won the World fucking Series, so maybe suck it. Uh, A's. Anyway, my dear friends, I'm gonna shortlist him just for fun. That's it for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please remember to like and subscribe, comment down below, join us on the subreddit if you are so inclined, and until next time, this has been Guardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you